What's up, Sonic fans, and welcome to the fifth inaugural episode of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show that has about 20 more weeks of dead air to fill until the movie comes out on February 14th. My name is Ethan, and with me is my friend Devin.
No hard feelings, Sonic, but this time there's no way you're gonna beat me.
What one's that from?
Sonic Rivals.
Oh my god.
It's
I
a
mean,
that's
like,
a Knuckles quote.
that could have been anyone. I feel like pretty much every Sonic
It
character
honestly
hates
could have been
Sonic.
Eggman. No hard feelings, Sonic. That could. I mean, I guess that it maybe implies that there's like you said, no hard feelings. So it's not maybe like rivals, like Sonic rivals. I mean,
It's
is
this
that the whole
kind
game?
of.
Is that the whole game? Is this all like not as friends, but not enemies either, just rivals?
I've never played those PSP games, so.
I would say
But it's
Eggman's a
this kind
villain,
of
not rival.
this deep, rich writing that we can expect in the Sonic movie. Uh, and yeah, the Sonic movie comes out on February 14th. We've said that many times before.
Watch it get
And
delayed. Just watch it.
I mean, it could be March very easily. We have a lot of time left until the movie comes out. And we decided to make an entire podcast show. Yeah, it shows in the title about one movie without really thinking too far ahead about what we're going to do for about, I don't know, 20 more episodes. So I don't know about you, but I believe today's episode is simply going to be talking about the next episodes. Right?
Pretty much. I think we were playing Counter-Strike the other night, and we were just goofing around, and we're talking about like, oh, what do we want to do for the next episode? And then we started talking about like, what do we want to do overall until the movie comes out? Because we have different ideas that are more closer to when the movie comes out, when we have more source material to base it off of. But we're like, wait, let's just make an episode where we talk about what we're gonna
Right.
do.
Let's stop talking and let's make this into content.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so like I said before, it's about 20 weeks. It might not necessarily be 20 episodes. We want to try to get about a once a week kind of thing going. Definitely not more than once a week. Stuff's expensive. But we've been having some ideas, and we'd like to expand on them a little bit further about what we want to do until then. So I guess, do you mind if I start?
Yeah, I was thinking I mean, I have a sticky notes here.
See, I have it all just in my head, and most of
All right.
it is kind of floating in the
I
ether
will
where I don't remember. But
I will write some of our ideas down, and then afterwards, maybe if we have time, we can, maybe start saying, okay, maybe around November we do this, around December we do this. So we'll get as many ideas first, and then we can like take some away or save it
that
for
works
later.
for me.
Whatever works. We're
So I
winging
guess,
this.
well, the one idea that we have been saying a bit behind the scenes on the Sonic movie show's glorious set of two miles apart homes, I want to do movie reviews of Sonic video stuff. There's that Sonic OVA. There's also several cartoons, also having Sonic voiced by plenty of oddball, out of the blue people, just like the movie is going to be. And I would like to do a watch along idea where we take a couple Sonic properties, right, and we just say cue it up. It's probably on YouTube. When we just do our commentary along with the show, and you would queue up the thing and listen to us at the same time. How many we do, I don't know, and
Yeah,
how
that's the
long we'd
tough-
have to figure that out as well.
That's the tough part, because if especially if you do an episode every week, roughly, let's say 3 to 4, right? So that's 3 to 4 episodes a month. Some months are longer than others, but if we did like, 'cause I remember the one Sonic movie cartoon thing is an hour roughly. I think
Yeah, it's
on
about 50, 55.
So like that one, that would only count for one. But if we did something longer than that, it probably would count for an episode and a half. So we can only do maybe
Right.
one of those a month, and then only do 2 episodes after that, just because of our data limit.
Yeah. Which
Or
comes down to,
we
what
pick
makes the
certain
most
ones?
sense. Obviously, whenever there's going to be any news that's going to take precedent, and that's going to be an episode, right? We want to be topical with that. We have one topic for this entire podcast, so we better keep up on the actual news for that topic.
Correct.
So we could always push certain things aside for when we find out, oh, Jim Carrey's been replaced by Morgan Freeman, or whatever kind of crazy news there would be.
I think we should definitely do one, like you said, where you queue it up, but maybe do other ones that are more like, if we watch a bunch of Sonic episodes, let's say we pick 5 episodes, and then we come back and talk about those, like without, not queuing it up. So it's just like, okay, I watched these 5 episodes, you watched these 5. Like we can both watch 5 separate episodes.
Oh,
maybe.
okay. I
so
see
we can
what you're
knock out
saying.
10.
Yeah.
For something like that. But when it comes to a movie, I think maybe we could do a watch along.
For sure.
And how about this? Let's say, with the...
And we would definitely pick episodes that are easily available for people to watch at home, and for us to watch that's not spending money.
And with the one cartoon movie, one that's 55 minutes, since it's like roughly an episode, maybe we could do a review afterwards. But would that be a separate episode? Like, would we do a completely separate episode the next week, being like... I feel like that'd be weird. Might as well just do like a quick review at the end.
Personally, we could just record a 2-hour long chunk and then split it into 2 episodes. But that's definitely one idea I want to do. Regardless of not when we do it, it doesn't have to be soon.
Yeah.
Again, there could be news could strike at any moment.
Well, I'm looking at like Wikipedia here, so I don't know how factual everything is, but usually it's
I feel like a lot of people are just hawks on Wikipedia, so that you don't mess around.
Well, I was looking at TV and film. You have Adventures of Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog TV series, OVA, which you talked about, Underground, X, and Boom. So yeah, there's a lot of content out there. Then there's also printed media, which I don't know if we'll ever cover because it's Sonic the Comic, which is a great title, if you ask me.
Apparently the longest running American comic has been the Sonic comic, believe it or not.
I don't know if we'll be able to, because I feel like you have to find those. Unless we just like did an episode where we just did a bunch of research.
There's always nefarious ways and you can get it, but we would never endorse such actions. So whether or not we end up doing that might remain to be seen, but
yeah. I'm trying to think. So we definitely want to do movie reviews / cartoon / TV, whatever, right?
Yep.
All right, so I definitely agree with that.
Now here's a question for you: are there any video game movies coming out before February 14th?
Before. Let me look it up. Speaking
because
of,
on our 3rd episode of the Sonic Movie Show, we reviewed and recapped in a very long fashion the Detective Pikachu movie and how it, could influence or relate or compare to the upcoming Sonic movie. Are there any? I don't even know. This is a legit question.
Hold up, I found an article. There's a Tomb Raider 2, but
because they're doing another. Okay, that's what I thought.
I think me opening that website made you get cut off on Discord, but
oh my god,
this website is Games Radar, has a bunch of freaking ads. Yeah, this didn't help. Whatever.
I was gonna say I thought because the first Tomb Raider movie was.
It says Tomb Raider 2, but like ago? I don't know when that's. I haven't heard. I feel like we would have heard something by now.
If it's coming out before. There's 4 months left. It's end of September.
Not the Lord.
October,
not the
November.
Angelina Jolie one.
Oh my god.
Came out in 2013 or whatever.
No, that would have been like 2009 at the latest.
Let me look. I just missed it. 2003. Sorry.
Yeah,
I misread
you were a
that.
decade off. There's also that terrible Doom movie too with The Rock.
I think that was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still on there. But I almost watched Mortal Kombat the other night, but I held myself back because I'm like, hold up. We might do this on the Sonic Movie Show. And I'm telling you, I just know that the Mortal Kombat movie is a treat. And I might have seen it when I was really young, but I don't really remember it. But I know like all the classic quotes. But I am totally down, just for the hell of it, to watch Mortal Kombat. Or do a review on Mortal Kombat.
For sure. I mean, obviously, once we get closer to the movie's release, we'll probably talk about how we might take the podcast in the future.
Once the movie's over, you know,
Unless they're going to be like greenlit sequel right away. This movie made $7 billion. Get out of here, Disney. Sonic's the new king of the universe. Assuming that doesn't happen, because hey,
well, even if this movie's
we want
great,
to
it's
we
not
want
gonna.
to figure out something else to do with this show. So we might do other
Yeah, so maybe we
video
don't.
game
Maybe we hold
reviews
off on other video game movies unless there's ones
for
that come
sure.
out prior.
So now, are there any other movies just in general that are coming up between now and February 14th that you know off the top of your head that could in some way have some sort of talking point to the Sonic movie?
Man, I don't know. I just looked up movies coming soon. I mean, I guess there's like it doesn't really apply though. I was gonna say we have some animated movies, but
Yeah, just because Frozen is blue and a cartoon, does it
I was like, there's the
necessarily?
Addams Family, there's Arctic
Oh my god.
Dogs, there's Terminator Dark Fate. Did you know that Terminator Dark Fate is coming out?
It's he's only cameoing in like 7 million different video games.
I've this is a quick tangent. I've seen probably this Terminator Dark Fate trailer at least 15 times in theaters. At least
For sure.
since April.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah, Frozen 2, Star Wars, Cats. Cats could be you could argue.
Um when does that come out?
I think it's Christmas.
Oh my god. See, like I refuse to watch that trailer.
December 20th.
So interesting.
Because you could
I
argue,
mean,
that
yeah,
the aesthetic is the same. It's huge.
yeah. I mean, that was one of the jokes people originally made was this is what the Sonic movie looks like now. They really changed the animation.
I know a
Uh,
lot of people are gonna be looking up Cats reviews.
SEO friendly. I see what you're looking at. Okay, we could put that on the docket. Fuck, man,
Cats
contractual
movie.
obligations tie me to the one thing I wanted to avoid. But okay,
We'll see it opening opening night.
no. If
Probably
it's on
not.
Christmas, I'm not going to see movie on
I think doesn't
Christmas.
Star Wars come out? That's also the same day.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, no, we're
I
gonna
ain't
see
seen
Star Wars
I'm seeing Cats.
first. Well, there's gonna be some people that are like, "The Last Jedi was so terrible. I would rather see Cats."
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't
Man,
see any.
babies.
Besides that, I really don't see
Okay, good. So
Maleficent.
we're basically
Yeah.
one episode down, and it's been what 15 minutes, 20 minutes of a conversation. So okay, so we want to do at least one watch along,
hmm
at least one review of a Sonic, probably that same Sonic thing, perhaps, and then at least one that is comparing Sonic episodes. Sorry,
Yeah, that's
sounds on
fine.
my end. There's a truck just going straight into my house. It's trying really hard too. Um, Anything else that you can think off the top of your head?
Well, could we do? Could we do like a rough video game review kind of thing, or more like just a look back at?
That was one thing I was thinking as well. Like how divorced of the Sonic games do we want this show to be? Because this could turn into just a Sonic podcast, but
Yeah,
this is a Sonic movie podcast.
exactly.
We decided to go very niche to the 7 people that might be interested. So I'm sure there are plenty of places people can go to hear about why Sonic Adventure 2 is their favorite thing of all time, but also it being very bad. Um,
Yeah.
do we necessarily want to add to that? And if we do, I'm not trying to shoot down the idea, but if we do, in what way can we make it our own that ties to, the Sonic movie?
I mean, you basically made a good point. Everyone's already done that. So, like,
Right.
and are we going to be that much better or bring a new thing to light? Like, we'd have to talk
We're
about
not
it
going to be better.
I mean, more of how are we going to talk about it in this, like, in relation to the Sonic movie of being like,
because we already have established from watching that trailer that they're taking this into their own. This isn't going to be based off anything. This isn't even the general like idea of Sonic's world is not even being taken into consideration.
yeah,
So I don't necessarily know if we could be like, here are 10 games that have plot points that are like the Sonic movie. Like, I don't even know if we could even do that other than just Dr. Eggman's here to mess stuff up and Sonic's blue.
yeah. And I feel like most people who are watching or listening to the show,
They're watching a blank screen.
yes,
The back of their eyelids as they drift off to sleep.
or they're looking at a highway or something.
That's dangerous.
I don't know, like.
But saying this also makes me I could talk endlessly about Sonic video games. You know, like
yeah.
I could talk about what
I
they
feel
should
like
do next with games.
most people who are listening are already aware or have a general knowledge of Sonic. Like, I mean, maybe there is a couple people who have never played a Sonic game, but like thought the Sonic movie was funny.
God bless your heart.
God bless your heart. Welcome.
But
But I feel like if they were interested, just play the game.
We could always do a tangent episode. You know, a tertiary piece of audio. We could do
the entire Sonic.
Oh God, no!
In one go.
I just mean like we could always. Who knows how much is there to say? Really, haven't really thought that much about it. But we could always do one episode that's like, hey, we're just talking about games today. But we'll have to see if that's something
Is there any new Sonic games coming out before?
No.
Not the Mario one?
I guess Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Was that next summer?
I think that comes out real soon. I think that comes out like now. They always release those games before. And then on Apple Arcade, on iOS and Apple TV, they released Sonic Racing, which it looks like off the one race I played, it's just Sonic Team Racing, but made for mobile. So that's not really a new game.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we do at the most we'd do one episode.
I agree.
At the most.
So we got 4 episodes. 16 left to go.
Sonic movie review. Jesus, Sonic.
And then once the movie comes out, we're definitely going to do a review episode or 3.
Well, I'm trying to see, since us journalists over here, that maybe we can get early tickets.
How would we do that? We try like, we got a podcast. You got to give us.
Yeah, I'll talk to AMC and be like,
that's like people being like, I work at GameStop. Give me E3 tickets.
As an AMC A Stubs member, you think you can hook us up? Well, the thing is, because they did early. First, I was like, well, they're gonna even do early showings of Sonic because it's Sonic. But they did do early showings of Detective Pikachu, and my girlfriend Bryn got an email from AMC saying, hey, if you want to see this early, you can on Wednesday night or whatever it was. But we couldn't go because, one, it was Wednesday night. But I think it's random. But if I ask, be like, yo, I don't know if you know who we are.
Y'all gonna hook me up with some of this blue speed?
Yo, I got some rings, all right? I can give you some rings.
Well, it would certainly be more topical than a week after the movie comes out. Then we could do like
a non-spoiler one.
Yeah, do a non-spoiler and then a real spoiler and then.
So like what we can do is see it the first time. It'd just be like a raw reaction, non-spoiler. If we see an early screening.
Or we could always do the thing where like our review starts off non-spoilery, then we say, okay, leave if you haven't seen it. Or if you don't care about spoilers.
Then we do a second watch. But this is like all afterwards. We're trying to fill the gap.
Right, we got to fill this gap now. We could always just take another 3 or 4 months off like last time.
I feel like we could, going back to the video game movie thing, there's been a lot.
Okay, so here's an idea. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
You were about to go down video games. I have another movie episode idea. So the original release date was November 20th, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do an episode about the movie scene on November 20th. would Sonic have died? What, like we could talk about the box office numbers for Frozen 2
So we do
when
like
that
a
eventually
recap
comes
of
out.
November
Yeah,
of like box office.
exactly. Which would be a December episode, but be like, hey, was it smart, just business wise, for it to
Yeah,
move
and then we
Sonic
can
away
maybe
from
during then
its
we can
frozen
also
hell?
talk about. Uh, I do know now after seeing a couple trailers for movies that are coming out in February that we will compete with Sonic. So we
Sonic's
can.
got it easier this time around.
I
I
think
mean, I
better
think it sells itself.
chances.
You do a corny trailer about the power of love and how only the Sonic movie can bring that to you, and then there you go. You sell tickets. I think Deadpool even did that.
Yeah, but I think it will have a better shot than Frozen 2 because Frozen 2 is just gonna bend you over and do whatever it wants. So
Right. And that movie actually looks like it might be good.
I haven't
I
seen
don't
the
know.
first one.
The first one was okay.
I heard the
The
song
second
a
one
million
actually looks
times.
like it's really cool.
'Cause
Oh
I
yeah,
love
you know that they're gonna go all out. They're gonna like scientifically engineer the perfect song for Frozen 2 so that
Let It
every
Go too.
Sears and Target in the country is gonna be playing that.
And the kids are just gonna be running around screaming it, so happy. All right, so we have a review of the box office in November to kind of get a sense of was it the right move to. Well, once again, we don't know the true. We know they moved it because of the design. Was maybe another reason was because of what it was up against. Is a
Right.
definite chance.
And then obviously we're gonna get a trailer before the movie. Maybe even
So that's
two.
one. Maybe a teaser trailer and a regular like 5 minute. Is that a trailer? We always have this conversation. I feel like, what is a teaser and what's a trailer?
The Star Wars teasers, I swear, were like a minute and a half. So I don't know.
Trailer and teasers. I'll just write that. So that can maybe be.
They can call it whatever they want.
It's
I
gonna.
feel like we've already been teased, and I think we need to be shown the goods now. You know?
I mean, I think the trailer was 3 minutes though. I don't think that was a teaser.
Yeah, but like they basically are starting over with what he looks like. They gotta
Yeah.
look at it fresh.
So we got trailer and teasers, which could potentially be 1 or 2 episodes right there. I think we always go back. I feel like, at least for me, is video game movies. Like maybe we do more recent ones, like to see what it's up against. I mean, I watched Jumanji last night, like I texted you, but yeah, I actually did like that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. They're doing a sequel to that as well.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. It was
Technically a video game movie.
technically, it actually was more of a video
Technically.
game movie than I thought it was going to be. If I knew that ahead of time, I would have held off. But
I mean, it's not
this isn't
based off a video game.
no, but it has a lot of.
But it's a video game. It's a movie about being in a video game. So
We talk about NPCs, and I'm like that.
Ready Player One.
I'm like, oh, was surprised by that. Hi, welcome to
Lots
our
of
review
Uncharted
of
4 posters in
Jumanji.
there.
Welcome to our review of Jumanji.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to our review of the jungle.
Is there anything else? Can we talk more about Dr. Eggman's design?
We could do an episode on Dr. Eggman. I would like to leave
As
this
a
episode
character.
as a character.
As a character,
We-
and then
we-
also as the design in the movie, like in relation to that. Like
Well,
what
he's
makes
not
Dr.
big and
Eggman-
fat in the movie.
Congrats, that's the whole episode. Thank you.
And the best part about this, we could cynically double down on all these episodes where we analyze the trailer and analyze the movie parts in the trailer. We could do another episode about Dr. Sonic or Dr. Eggman's design after the movie comes out.
Wait.
Yeah,
hold
no,
up,
I mean
hold up.
that's something we could do.
Hold up.
I would like to leave this episode knowing what we're going to do next episode.
Hold up. I got an idea. Here we go.
Okay, hit me.
We can look up and find.
Lay down that line. Let me blow it.
We can look up the other movies that the director has done. We can watch those.
I think he's brand new, right?
I think he's
It's
done
been so
some-
long.
Let me double check that. Or we can do more Tim Miller movies. Could do that. Tim Miller is the executive producer. And he did
Yeah.
Deadpool and all of them.
How much though is a
Directed by Jeff
producer?
Fowler, who's done some episodes of Gilmore Girls, which is ironic because Bryn's been watching Gilmore Girls. So I actually have some knowledge in that. Where the Wild Things Are, who was part of the
Interesting.
animation research and development.
You know what? And like the way those characters looked,
They actually
I
look,
mean,
yeah, they look kind of Sonic-y.
like Sonic in terms of how they made,
Yeah.
the animalistic fur and all that. That is a good idea. We could do that. I would be down for
'Cause I actually haven't seen that movie.
another movie I avoided because of trailers, but we could do that as well.
There's a short film called Go for Broke. Another short film called A Gentleman's Duel.
Both of these could probably fit into one episode as a watch along. Just saying.
Another short, Rockfish.
Rockfish.
Yeah, 2003.
Man, this guy really wanted to do Sonic his whole career, didn't he?
Yes.
Um,
Let me look at nope, no Wikipedia articles for half of the producers, none of the story writers, some screenplay people. Do we look at other like Jim Carrey movies?
oh my god.
Want
Well,
to watch Ace Ventura?
you'd have to look at what would be the closest analog
Has he?
to his doctor, to what we assume his Dr. Eggman character is
The
going to
Grinch?
be, and then find a movie that, like, I guess the Grinch, yeah.
He's in Kick-Ass 2? I never
Yeah.
actually saw it. Who
Yeah,
does
no,
he
he was
play?
in that. I don't know, but so was Nicolas Cage, if I'm not mistaken.
He was in the first one. Because he dies. Spoilers.
um,
I feel like everyone's knows what Jim Carrey is. I feel like we don't really need to.
yeah, he's a known quantity.
Then there's Ben
Not
Schwartz.
like the Hedgehog, on the other hand. He's this up and comer out of the blue, new to the movie scene. So I guess we could look at I forget all of these
Ben
people's
Schwartz.
names. Ben Schwartz. I know he was in Parks and Recreation as a character I hated. So, but we could look at
The
I
Lego
don't know if
Movie 2. He's BB.
who was he in the Lego
he's
Movie
BB-8,
too?
and he's a voice consultant for BB-8 in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. What? That's random. Voice.
Yeah, but
consultant.
that would be like, let's compare Vin Diesel's role in Fast and Furious to when he was the tree in those Marvel movies. I don't really think that's a lot to go on.
I'm looking here. Turbo. He was Skidmark.
That was that snail racing movie, right?
which is an animated movie. Plays Skidmark.
Another movie. See, all of these movies we're going to be seeing are stuff I avoided. We could do one episode that is all of the actors
And what?
talking just about them. We could do that. I don't really think we have too much to go off of that isn't just one episode.
Yeah, if we just kind of like find some YouTube highlights or something, be like Ben Schwartz and blah, and just find like interviews or just like scenes, because we don't need to see the entire movie, I don't think, for this for a podcast at least, to get a general idea of like, here's Ben Schwartz as a voice actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we watched enough clips, I'd be like, okay, I know what he's capable of. I mean, we saw he wasn't like his voice wasn't the negative part in the Sonic trailer.
There was a lot of worse things going on.
Yeah, so
I think if the movie was perfect and his voice was the same, we might be a little bit more critical. But I don't think. Again, it was like, I like to point this back to Batman v Superman. All those actors were great. The lines they were given and the direction they were given was bad. So like, who knows? Like, how much his performance could be just simply he has bad lines. You know what I mean? Like
meow.
Oh, I forgot about that too. Oh my god. Meow.
All right, so here I'll read off what we have.
Good idea.
Movie reviews / television reviews, Sonic OVA, Sonic cartoons, Cats movie review.
So that's 3 episodes.
Yeah, roughly. Yep. Because once again, we might do one where we watch a bunch of episodes from the cartoon and review them, and then do one where it's a watch along with the Sonic, that one Sonic movie there. Uh, so that might be actually like 4 or 5.
Yep.
So then we do maybe a Sonic video game,
Sidebar.
yeah, review thing. We have an episode probably in December where we talk about the box office in November of what films made the most dough.
I like that idea.
Then we do one for obviously for each trailer or teaser that comes out. There might be a lot of like TV spots too, so maybe we can jumble those together. Then we have Dr. Eggman. Generally,
Actors.
where the wild things are.
Okay. I think we have a solid lineup, and that leaves us room for commercials, like you said, and trailers.
I
And
gotta watch TV. I don't even have a TV subscription. I don't know how I'm gonna get
Me
these
neither.
ads.
We're a couple of millennials.
Cord cutters.
Yep. But why is my desk so covered in cables? Um, I think that's a pretty solid lineup. So I think we should decide what are we gonna do for next episode.
Hmm. Cats movie predictions.
No, one episode on cats, please. Oh my
Um,
god.
we could talk either about the actors, or do where the wild things are, or we watch
I would be
one of the
down
cartoons.
for one of the watching things. Either the Sonic OVA, either the a collection of cartoon episodes, or Where the Wild Things Are.
Hmm. Do we know how we can? Well, I guess we'd have to find that out afterwards. Because if we're definitely doing it regardless. But I was gonna say if we did the Sonic cartoons and we each watched like 5 generally, and
Yeah.
just take some
Actually,
notes
how
on
about
it.
we do it like this? We're gonna watch Where the Wild Things Are next episode and do
Okay.
like a review about it and how it relates to the Sonic episode. At the end of that episode, we're going to tell each other and the audience what episodes of Sonic various cartoons we're going to watch
Okay.
so that people at home can go prepare themselves for the next episode, which is the cartoons
Okay.
themselves. Does that work?
Yeah, and then will we watch separate ones to cover more ground, or will we do?
Yeah, we'll watch. I mean, yeah, we'll watch separate ones. We'll text each other, but
We can have a draft. We can have a draft at the end of where the wild things are, where like we'll both pick 5, not pick 5.
I want the one where he's
No,
the chili dog.
pick them based off titles, and then we'll have a draft. Like it'd be like we'll do a coin flip. Like I get to pick first, and I'll pick like one that's named something stupid.
Oh my god. This whole podcast we're doing is stupid. I like this idea. All right.
So,
So I think it's settled. The next episode will be a discussion about where the wild things are and how it relates in terms visually. I would assume mostly to the Sonic movie. We could
or what we have of the Sonic movie.
right. Well, what we initially saw of the Sonic movie, and then how we talk about it could always relate to whatever they change it to.
And don't read the
Do you
book.
remember?
Don't read the book where the wild things are. It's the film.
It's been 20 years since I've read the book, if that.
It's not the same.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that book was like a 9-minute read for a child. So they
I think it's only
expanded
like
into
15,
what, 2 hours?
like 15 pages or something.
Yeah. Creepy art. I always hated it. That's why I never saw the movie. But for the content, next episode will be the Where the Wild Things Are discussion, Sonic potential relations. And then the episode after that will be a 10-episode Sonic discussion.
Yeah, of one of the cartoons. Probably the most recent one.
They're on Hulu. I know that. Sonic
Oh,
Boom's
but
on
that's
Hulu.
+1.
Yeah, and I'm
me.
sure you could always find a bunch of stuff on YouTube for those at home. And then at the end of that, we'll maybe decide what we're gonna do for the next episode.
All right. So we have. So
yeah.
our homework is watch the movie
Yeah.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Let me do just while I have you on the air. Where can we even watch this? Let me look this up.
So-
Where
Where the Wild Things Are film.
Things
You can listen to it with
are
Audible,
film.
which is the sponsor
I'm sure
of this.
you could.
Which is the sponsor of this podcast. No, yeah, so Where the Wild Things Are, and then we have to, I mean, for the Sonic cartoon, we can probably just get a Wikipedia list of every episode name, and we just pick that way.
You can rent it on YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, and Vudu for $4 each.
$4? This should
That's
be a
how a lot
$2.99. It should be a $2.99 film to rent. Who's watching Where the Wild Things Are?
$1 less. I mean, hey.
Like, even if the movie's good, which I don't know whether it is or not.
Fun fact: $100 million US for its box office. Budget of 115. But we'll discuss that.
Amazon, come on,
no,
dog.
$3.99.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Still $4. How much is it to buy?
I don't even want to.
'Cause sometimes
it's probably like $15.
Because there's sometimes where it's like $8, and I'm like, I'll do it, and then I'll have it in my Amazon library forever. Like I have the first 2 John Wick movies on there and Evil Dead.
So just a funny little sidebar here. I'm on Google. I just searched the name of the movie. Google's little sidebar says people also searched for The Ant Bully. Remember that movie?
Holy crap! Yeah, wasn't that a
What
book?
an awful movie. I hope not.
The Ant Bully.
And the Spiderwick Chronicles. I remember that as well.
Damn.
Anyway, so yeah, next episode, Where the Wild Things Are. Do you have anything else you want to add today? It's a short episode, I know, but
I'm sure we'll think of something as soon as we end the recording.
that's fine.
I think we were good. I think we got.
We have a
chunk.
Yeah, a good skeleton of a schedule, and we'll throw some meat on it as we
You never
go
know
along.
what news is going to pop up.
Right.
So,
As it tends to happen.
I'd rather we have some space.
As it tends to happen, we might get major news about a movie and then go 4 months without recording an episode and then pretend it never happened. So, yeah, I think that's been this episode of the Sonic Movie Show. You can catch us on Twitter. My name was Ethan. You can catch me on Twitter at Ethan Absolutely. You can find Devin at Cursona YouTube.
Yes, that's correct.
On Twitter. You can find this show generally once a week. We're aiming for weekends. As we move along, hopefully we can get to an actual rigid schedule.
Yeah.
But next episode, like we said, is going to be a movie review. So go rent it, go figure it out. Or if you want to just never see the movie and just pretend that you did and try to figure it out, I'm sure you'll have the gist anyway.
If you want to cheat on your homework, you just Google it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at movie posters right now, and I'm like, man, they look furry. Sonic looked furry. That might be all you need, but yeah. So until next time, gotta go fast.
Gotta go.
Did we have a sign off?
We laughed last time.
I'll let you laugh.
All right, here we go.